Hi, everyone. Welcome back to In the House Media House Calls inside of 285 with your host, Michelle Diamond. Just here to let you guys know that we are enthused about being here. And tonight we have a special guest that will be joining us shortly, Mr. Ronnie Walker. And also wanted to just recap about everything that transpired with our In the House Media and Next Level Promotions official Are You Ready for Prime Time that occurred on November 19th out in Conyers at Nancy's Pizza. It was amazing. And we just wanted you guys to know that we are currently planning for another event in February. And some of the artists that were featured in the showcase, such as Kim Renee and Ashley Frame, are working with, world renowned Grammy nominated Mr. James Worthy. So it's just amazing things. So stay tuned for everything that we have planned, and we will give you guys all the updates as we go along. Um, just to recap, we wanted to give a special shout out to our sponsors, such as, you know, Sapphire Emerald Magazine. We also have Miss Mac Marketing. Of course, we want to give a special shout out to Mr. Cal Dawson Management Team, GE Capital that came out and represented. Thank you guys so much for showing up and showing out, as well as the Lake Pavilion. Thank you so much for being a supporter as always. And hey, Mr. Ronnie Walker has just joined us. Hi, Ronnie. How are you?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
All
Ah,
right.
my goodness, great to see you. And of course, guys, Mr. Walker was in the building for the In the House Media. Are you ready for primetime showcase? And let me tell you, he definitely blessed us. If you guys missed it, check out all the feeds that we've done. Check out his Instagram, his Facebook, his Twitter. I mean, just follow him, cop all of his songs because they are amazing. Y'all just don't understand. He has an amazing voice. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, this is your host, Michelle Diamond, brought to you in part by Sapphire Emerald Magazine, Miss Mac Marketing. We have our sponsors, MBG Global, Made by God Clothing Apparel, as well as unstoppableproducts.com. So if you want that silky, sexy skin, make sure you tune in and check out www.unstoppableproducts.com. And we have Mr. Ronnie Walker with us tonight on In the House Media House Calls again. And Ronnie, let's just start
Yeah.
off with how you enjoyed yourself the evening of Are You Ready for Prime Time? Tell us a little bit about your experience.
Well, y'all welcomed me with open arms, and that was great. Felt like family, felt like friends. It's always good to be on stage. I love the stage. It's like a second home. Matter of fact, it's my first home. And when you're home, you just kick your shoes off and relax and do what you do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I know, when you started with everything, it was amazing to have you on board because we had a lot of ladies in the building. So when you came through and represented, I know they were like, "Woo!" The atmosphere was set, and we were definitely happy to have you. So to get into everything that you've been doing, Ronnie, I know that you are from New York
Yes,
originally, I believe
yes,
Brooklyn, correct?
yes, yes, yes.
And
BK.
you are not just the R&B, soul singer, songwriter. There's so much more to Mr. Walker. Like, I mean, you're a graphic designer,
Yes.
you're editor, you're a photographer, you're also an actor and a director. So these things are just some of what makes Mr. Ronnie Walker absolutely phenomenal. So tell us
Yeah.
how you got into, photography and what brought you into the art of music.
Well, it's more of the hustle in me. When you're 12, 11, 13, 14, you don't really have the capital it would take to go into a studio, to get a photo shoot, a proper photo shoot a proper video, things like that. So I had to become an actor so I can watch the director's work. So I was more of a hands-on watcher, hands-on listener. Everything I learned hands-on, secondhand by watching and reading. So when I became an actor, I would sit while other actors sat in the green room. I was right there with Malcolm Lee, watching him on The Best Man, how he filmed. I was there with Wes Craven, watching him as he filmed and things like that. So I had to learn how to do things myself so I can have my own material, have my own photos, and so forth and so on. So that's why I had to, work things out to make things happen.
Awesome. That's amazing. Thanks for sharing that with us. So, tell me a little bit about your new soundtrack, You and I.
You and I is your typical makeup to breakup song. Every the way everything is now, relationships is hard to maintain, it's hard to keep. You got social media. I go through my IG page, all I see is titty, ass, breast, titty, ass, popping. That's all I see. So when you're involved with someone and you're in a relationship, if that's all you see, it's hard to actually maintain your relationship because now you're getting teased and you want to experience more and see different things. So you and I is me telling my girlfriend, my wife, whatever, these other guys might want you for now, but they might not want you 5 years later where I'm trying to build a future with you. I'm trying to come home to you after work. I'm trying to be there. I may not have all of it that you want, but I'm giving you all of me. So that's what it's basically about. And one of my lines it says, they want the cow, but don't want to buy the cow. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a thing that's been around for a minute.
yeah, So I threw a little terms in there like that to make to get the understanding of the song out a little better. But yeah,
Awesome. Okay, so tell me, are for You and I, that is out on all media platforms, correct?
yes, it is.
Okay, awesome. So, guys, you heard it right here first. You and I out on all media platforms. So go and check it out. Let me tell you, Ronnie
Yeah.
Walker, it will not disappoint you. And remember, Ronnie Walker is the WALKA, not WALKER. Ronnie Walker. Okay. So make
There you
sure you
go.
check him out. All right. So I know that coming from New York, you've worked with some greats, and I read, about my man from Onyx, Sticky Fingers, and Star, and
Yeah.
Dr. Period or Doctor Period. How did that relationship come about, and what came of it?
To be honest, with Dr. Period, to this day, I can't remember how we actually met, but I was there from the Foxy Browns to the MOPs to the Smooth the Hustler, Trigger the Gambler. I was there. I watched it all. I think for me being so young back then, I wasn't vocally ready as far as knowing who I was. To sing other people's songs is easy, but to know who you are once you're in front of that mic, I think that's why I wasn't able to have myself exposed through the R period back then. Fredro Star and Onyx, I'm not afraid to approach anyone. I'm the person. If I see you, I'm coming up to you. If I want something from you, I'm gonna ask you for it. I'm not gonna take it, but I'm gonna ask you for it. And if I do take it, it be vocally, letting you know this is who I am. This is where I want to be. So, Sticky, no, I'm sorry, Fredro, he took a liking to my art form and who I am as a person, and he brought me around Sticky Fingers, and I brought in my old management and everything, but I don't think the two worlds actually work together as far as my old management and them. But I was too young. I was too young to say, you know, make it happen. It was more of a background thing, and it's just
Right.
all this. But to this day, if I see them guys, it's all love. You know.
Right. Awesome. Well, speaking about young, since you referenced that, I know at 13 you were in a R&B group, and you were the little creator behind everything. From my
Uh-huh.
research, I heard that you actually, designed your CD covers and so much more. I mean,
Yeah.
amazing at that age, just
Mhm.
starting out gunning. And I know you were, in the neighborhood that you were in the Boys and Girls Club. And of course, you were,
Mhm.
exposed to a lot of different things. But, you did mention what I read that photography actually helped change your life path and kept you focused on positive influences opposed to the negativity that was out there. So tell me a
Yes.
little bit about that, how much photography helped you, and what about photography you felt that actually piqued your interest.
Well, like I said, I had to do for myself. So the time that I would have spent in the street wilding out, I had to learn how to use a camera, learn how to pose in front of a camera, learn how to set lights up for a camera, things like that. So it all of my creativity, all my creative thoughts and trying to be the person I want to be soaked up all of my street life that I could have been in. You know, my closest friend Akim Black, one of his first one of his first acting photos was a picture I took a disposable camera. He needed photos real bad. He knew I'd take pictures. We went to the store, but disposable camera. And when we took the picture and gave it to that casting agent, they said, "Who's the photographer?" He said, "My friend." "What camera you use?" "A disposable camera." "Get out of here." He didn't believe that we shot his acting photos with a camera you can buy in the store for $9.99, maybe $5 back then.
Wow.
So it's all about it's not about what you have, it's how you use it.
That's actually
You
very
know?
true. That's a true statement.
Yeah.
And,
Mm,
you developed that, gift at an early age. And I'm just glad
yeah.
that you expounded on it, because now, being the graphic designer, editor, you're actually with Caution Magazine, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, awesome. So how is it, working with Caution Magazine on
Well,
that side of the business?
well, Caution Magazine, it is what it is. It is a celebrity-driven magazine. We started to cater towards hip hop and R&B as we grew. But I took a back burner on it so I can master me as an artist. 'Cause, there's a true statement where they say spreading yourself thin, but I don't really call it spreading yourself thin. It's more just mastering one thing and moving to the next, whereas I have to master everything at one time because time was everything for me. Time was for no man. You either do it now or don't do it at all. So I
Oh,
kind of spread myself a little thin because once again, once you reach to that level where now it's time for the magazine to go to the next stage, it's a finance involved. Everything I finance. So if I'm not that street hustler or I'm not that multi businessman making thousands and millions of dollars, you can't feed everything. You can master it all, but they don't tell you once you master it, now you gotta feed it. So that's why I put that to the back burner and put more into the music.
right. Okay. Well, that's definitely a good thing. At least, you have your priorities in order. You know
Hmm.
what the industry consists of on both sides of it, so as far as the marketing aspect goes, you're
Hmm.
there with, the magazines, and, so you're well rounded in the
Hmm.
industry. Um, with your voice, I know that one of the phrases you used when I read your bio was, it's the main purpose that you exist. So tell me a little bit about why you believe that your voice is the main reason that you exist.
Well, believe it or not, I stutter and I have a lisp. So when I was younger, it was very bad. It got to a point where I'd be in school just singing to my friends. They think I'm just singing to be singing, but no, I'm actually singing because I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk, and I might end up stuttering, and y'all gonna start laughing. I'm gonna knock your asses out, and then so forth and so on. So singing actually saved my communication to people. That was my go-to. They thought it was more me being funny, but no, I'm actually don't want to talk. I'd rather just sing to you or just nod my head. So yeah, singing kind of saved me
Wow.
saved me from going to jail many times.
Well, you know what? That's deep. And at least you utilize positive things, to counter, what some people would, deem as a negative. And, kudos to you on that.
Thank
There's
you.
always a way out of circumstances. And no, I wouldn't have guessed that you stuttered at all. So,
Hmm.
hey, everything is growth and process. So
Yeah.
kudos all the way
Well,
around.
cause just like with singing, you gotta have vocal control. You gotta know how to control your
Yes,
breathing. So that helped out me communicating as far as talking. You gotta
exactly.
get your words out.
See, baby? See,
Yeah.
so all positive things, you
Hmm.
utilized it, and now look at you, booking shows nationwide and doing different things and just being the artist that you are. I mean, I
Yeah.
definitely commend you. Keep up the great work.
Thank
We
you.
love Ronnie Walker, so just to let the audience know, y'all need to definitely check him out. Okay, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
he is.
Check me out.
Yes, absolutely. Now, with everything. Um, you were influenced by some of the greats, such as Teddy
Hmm.
Pendergrass, Sam Cooke, Al Green, Charlie Wilson. And
Yeah.
you stated that, you know, some of the characteristics that they have you displayed as well. So tell me a little bit about that and how you feel that you relate to each of these artists.
Woo. Okay. Let's start with Sam Cooke. My grandfather, rest in peace. I always sat under my elders. Um, like I have very close friends that are my age, but if I was to actually pinpoint who are my actual really close friends, are the older guys. I always hung around older people because I'm always learning. I love to learn about life, learn about just everything. And my grandfather always played these songs. I'm talking from country music, Sam Cooke. Country music, Sam Cooke. And
Cook.
then the three blind men, the gospel singers. My grandmother played them on Sunday. So
Oh,
all these sounds, you know, how you can say, it formed in my ears to where all I wanted to hear was certain things. And it's not until I got older when I started to sing songs and I heard songs and I would just hit it. Where did that song from? That's right. My grandfather played this song. My grandmother played these songs. So I would be in wow, just singing Sam Cooke songs. I'd be walking around singing Sam Cooke songs. And you have what's his name? Charlie Wilson. See,
yeah.
my mother played all of the '80s and the late '70s songs. So all the Charlie Wilsons, the Al Greens, the Freddie Jacksons. She played all that, the Sybil and everything. So you know when you hearing these sounds and you growing as a singer, growing as a person, you start to emulate these people, and you realize you're not emulating. This is your actual voice because this is what you sound like. So they would know me. They would say, "Yo, you sound like Charlie Wilson." Then God came out. You sound like Aaron Hall, and then Kelly came out. You sound like R. Kelly. So I like, well, how the fuck do I sound like all these people? Because they all come from the same sound. Charlie to Aaron to Kelly and Sam Cooke way back then, the Al Green, Sam Cooke, everybody carries this soulful sound. And that's when I come to realize I am a soulful singer. I'm not sure how your Albie Shaw or your Keith Sweats. I'm an actual singer. Let me rephrase
You're
that.
so
They
singer.
not that I'm an actual singer, they're actual singers as well. But I'm
Right.
just a I have an oomph to my voice, a depth to my voice that I
You
can
heard what I
project at.
said, right? You're
Yeah,
so singer. Okay, you have
yeah,
to put that sang on it. You're so singer.
yeah,
Just like my guy Chris said from Louisiana, there are singers and there's singers. Okay, so
yeah,
you're so
yeah.
singer, you have that extra good
Hmm.
homeful, soulful voice. And that is
Yeah.
true. That's exactly what we heard from you, on the night when you came out and grace us with your presence, or are you ready for prime time? And yes, we heard that, and I feel that because of that, of course, you have that R&B flair as well, granted,
Mhm.
and kudos to all our Albies out there. We're not knocking you.
Yeah, yeah,
However,
yeah.
there is a market for soul singers, and
Mhm.
it's a different sound. And this is why I'm like, you are amazing because you have so many areas that you're very marketable.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Thank
that's
you.
that's a definite plus for you because you could go in either direction. So I,
Mhm.
I love it. So just keep up the great work, and everything that you stated, I agree with. As far as Charlie Wilson, Teddy goes, we heard it on November 19th when you opened your mouth. We were like, oh, wait a minute. So
Yeah.
definitely amazing talents here.
Thank
Um,
you.
absolutely, you're most welcome. Um, who do you believe is your greatest inspiration?
My mother. My
Oh, tell
mother.
us about that.
I believe I am a continuation of what she started. My mother was in an R&B group. She sang. I think they were one of the biggest shows, and maybe her last show was at BAM, which is in Brooklyn, called Brooklyn Academy of Music.
Keep
They was doing shows, and I was like, my mother, and they played songs that she sung, and I'm like, wow. But I'm assuming she stopped because of me. So I think I am the continuation of where she stopped at. Cause
right.
it was like there was no skit, no how you it was, my first talent show. It's like I jumped in, I won everything. I jumped in, I won. It was no loss ever, and so it was like I belong where I'm at. I belong on this stage. But don't know why I'm not there yet, but hey, but
Right.
it was like so. I think one of my closest friends, his name is George Husband. He called it mother whipped. He said when I was born, she whipped me with the voice and the drive of music, and that's what I think it happened. I believe now. Probably believe back then too, but he called it mother whip. Hmm.
Awesome. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break just to
Hmm.
let you know that this series was brought to you and powered by Sapphire Emerald Magazine and
Yeah.
www.unstoppableproducts.com, and of course, Made by God clothing line. So, here's a few words from our main sponsor, Sapphire Emerald Magazine and Unstoppable Products, and we'll be back with Mr. Ronnie Walker.
All right.
Ladies, it is time to use all natural products on your beautiful skin. No more chemicals, but ladies, it is time to love your skin with unstoppable products. Using all natural skin masks and gradually removing stubborn dark marks and leaving your skin smooth, soft, beautiful, and healthier. Visit us today on the web at www.unstoppableproducts.com.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. And again, we are powered by Sapphire Emerald Magazine. And of course, as you heard it from the commercial, www.unstoppableproducts. For this smooth, healthy glow, please check out our website and shop, and use our promo code to get your 30% off. You won't be disappointed. Now back to Mr. Walker. I mean, I'm just amazed with everything that you have going. And I want you to tell us what you are working on currently, other than you and I.
Right now, I am working these two songs, you and I, and my song "Sex." Those would be the songs that I'm working on right now. But in the back burner, I have I Do. I'm getting my album together, so I can give you guys the best of me. So so I want to take my time with it, but it's being worked on. I got a few producers in mind that I'm pointing my direction towards, and I'm actually going back to the beginning, DR period.
Ooh,
DR period. I
exciting.
reached out. I reached out to him. He said no problem. So we trying to see now how we can work things out.
Amazing. That's
Yeah.
awesome. You see how, full circle, everything always comes
Hmm.
back full circle.
Going
So,
back home. The
oh,
prodigal
yeah,
son.
look, hey, Like New York in the house, hey.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
with everything that transpired this year, 2020, we're at the end. Oh my gosh, December is upon us. Can you believe it?
I
This
can't
year.
wait. I can't wait. All we missing is aliens to come. That's it.
You are so funny. That's why I love you.
That's
Oh my
all we
God.
missing.
So with everything, the pandemic, dealing with, Black Lives Matter and all that we all went through together, we as a nation went through a lot. So
Yeah.
how did you cope throughout this pandemic?
I mean, as a black man, this is every day. This ain't just 2020. We go through a struggle every day of our life. It's just now it's more in your face. It's everywhere you turn, you see it. You can't avoid it now. So thanks to social media and the way the world is now, everyone sees what we go through every day, not just 2020. So I'm immune to it. That's bad to be immune to it. You know.
Yeah.
But
Well, I'm glad that we have artists such as yourself, very positive men, role models such as yourself. I know that you connect with your audience, on many levels. You have a drive for that, especially, growing up, as you stated, in not the best areas, so to speak, and, being a part of the Boys and Girls Club and, seeing so many things at a young age and being able to utilize, the positives and being who you are today. So I know that you inspire a lot of up and coming artists and the people that you're around all the time. So for someone that pretty much, you know, walking in your footsteps, what encouragement would you give them?
don't give up. Don't stop. Nothing. Somebody tell you you can't do it, and you know you can do it. Just practice. Just keep on doing what you do. Just don't give up. Don't believe in you spreading yourself too thin. Just get stronger. Just get thicker. Just go through what you're going through. It's a because then you have a testimony when it's time for you to be where you're going to be at. So don't give up. Just go through everything. You might got to do some things you don't want to do, but just stick it out and just handle it, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we are definitely grateful for your marketing team, Miss Matt Marketing,
Yeah.
amazing person, Miss Yolanda Mack. Shout out to
Yes,
her as
yes,
well.
yes.
I mean, we were grateful that she introduced us to this wonderful artist you see in front of us today, ladies and gentlemen. And, we are just enthused with everything that he has going. And talking about our new showcase coming up in February, I'm going to throw out the invite again and make it happen. Make it happen. Okay.
Yes,
The
make it
ladies would
happen.
love to have Mr. Walker back if he would like to come back, of course.
Of course, I'll be there. Perfect month too, February, the
Yay.
month, the month of
You already know.
love.
Yes, for the ladies, look, for the lovers, look,
Mhm.
let's get it for the real men out there. Hey, how
Mhm.
you doing? So, I'm silly, but what can I say? I mean, it's been a long thaw with everything, and I'm just happy to see that you were able to stay on track and work on your album, and you're having these goals and you're going back to your foundation, the beginning. And
Mm.
so the pandemic really didn't hinder you. And that's what I like to hear when I speak to people. What have you done throughout this time when it was meant to set us back? I'm just so grateful to hear all the positive things that people kept pressing on, and they didn't stop, they didn't give up. And for you to tell somebody, don't give up, keep pushing, those are great, encouraging words. And
Mhm.
listen, because it is the truth. Don't ever stop. You start, continue on your path, regardless of what obstacles may come in your way.
Yeah.
Other than that, thank you, Ronnie. Where can the viewers find you on your social sites? Let them know all your ads.
Well, all the IG, the Facebook is all the same thing. At
Mhm.
IAM Ronnie Walker KA. I That's all the same thing. Everything is spelled the same way on every platform, every social media platform, music platform is all the same exact way. So
Yes.
that's so that's the at symbol IAMRONNIEWALKA. And that's it. Simple
Yes,
and easy.
awesome. So, I'm going to have to put you on the spot, and I'm going
Okay.
to ask you to give the viewers a little bit of something, so they know
Ooh.
that I'm not just, boosting Mr. Ronnie Walker up to be the person that I say he is. You know,
Okay.
he could sing, okay?
Little Donny Hathaway. Let me see. I've been so many places in my life and time. I sung a lot of songs. I made some bad rhymes. I've acted out my life on stages with 10,000 people watching. But we're alone now, and I'm singing this song to you. Maybe something.
Yeah, look, yes, look. I'm like, keep going, please. Look, awesome. That's awesome. So, can we ask you one more favor? If you could
Sure.
give us a nice little drop from you to us here within the House Media House Call.
Yeah, what's going on? This is Ronnie Walker here with In the House Media. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, awesome. Thank you so much. So there you have it, guys. Once again, this is Michelle Diamond, your host, and we are powered by Sapphire Emerald Magazine and in part by www.unstoppableproducts.com, as well as MVG Clothing Apparel. You could check them out online and make sure you get your clothing from Made by God, as well as your skin glow from unstoppableproducts.com. Until next time, we are out with Mr. Ronnie Walker. God bless and stay tuned for the next interview.
Thank
Yay! We love it. Mm-mm. Whatever. Where's Jerome? Nope, stop. Jerome, where are you? You're gonna beat him.